2026 is now upon us, and somehow, the world hasn't ended yet. Now that we've gotten our optimism out of the way, Sonic will not get a new model. Sonic Adventure 3 isn't happening, and Frontiers 2 will be a Silver the Hedgehog game. Pretty bleak, huh? Well, good thing I made all of that up, but if I'm right, I told you so. Anyways, with the turn of the new year leading to Sonic's 35th anniversary, it might be fair to say that 2026 could stack up to be one of the biggest years for Sonic that we have ever seen. After 2025 stacked year for promotion for Crossroads and Crossroads itself, Sega and Sonic Team flexed just how much pull Sonic truly had. So seeing this 35th anniversary trailer focus so heavily on Sonic as a multimedia franchise, this already expansive universe is about to get a lot bigger. Seeing how Sonic Team tackles their promotional campaigns and the upcoming 4th film in the Sonic series, some form of Amy tie-in or futuristic timeline is now more relevant than ever. But Sonic Team has made their plans much more obvious than most have realized. Now, I'm sure many of you have noticed, especially if you're in my shoes, but the rollout of 35th anniversary merch began much sooner than the official announcement of Sonic's 35th anniversary. Surprisingly, starting all the way back in March of 2025 when the 35th anniversary calendar was unveiled with a fresh render of Sonic that honestly is pretty good. I mean, of course it has its flaws, and now that I finally get the muzzle curve argument, at least his quills are longer, right? You know what, I'm not going to get into that. But as more and more merch rolled out, I very slowly noticed there's a theme here. So far, for the 4-inch figure line for the 35th anniversary, we've got Sonic, Tails, Classic Metal Sonic, and Mephiles. And for the 2-inch line, from what I've seen, Tails, Amy, Eggman, and Digital Sonic. Now I'm still hunting for that damn Mephiles, but aside from that, we've got to focus on characters from titles that very clearly involve time travel. This might seem like a reach, but considering this tweet as well coming from Shun Nakamura, a game designer for the series, mentioned Silver, Infinite, and of course, Mephiles. All characters that either have stories involving timeline shifting or some form of reality manipulation. There's a very consistent theme showing up, and even leaks or rumors for Sonic 4 are consistent with this, as Amy is described to come from an alternate future or reality where Eggman and Metal Sonic rule the world, traveling to the past to prevent this from ever happening. Now this can be multiple things. One's for certain though, and that's that Silver is never getting his moment. But seriously, this opens a lot of possibilities for not only revitalizing old characters, justifying their return, but possibilities for characters that desperately need the spotlight. I mean, it took Frontiers for Amy's solo gameplay to get back up to pace the rest of the cast. A title focusing on her story or a side story would be phenomenal, especially seeing the moveset she's been given. Or hell, maybe another game with Silver or featuring Silver as the main character? Alright bro, come on, I know this argument is stale, but imagine the potential of a Silver-focused mainline title, or even a title where he gets his own side story. It's hard to say where exactly I think they're going, but the material is right there. And shoot, it'll give her another chance at redemption for two of Sonic's most powerful and iconic villains due to, well, the potential of their power. While this tweet could have been a complete fake out, this wouldn't be the first time someone within Sonic Team or Relation tweeted something like this months in advance, just for its relevance to be realized much later. I mean shoot, the Pac-Man car for Crossroads was revealed with the initial announcement trailer of the game, and it flew under the radar until Pac-Man's DLC reveal over 6 months later. Hopefully whatever we get this year, if anything at all besides Crossroads DLC, Sonic Team can push the envelope of the use of time travel in the Sonic series. Not to say that it's an overused plot point, but when done right, it can absolutely deliver an unreal experience. And hell, considering that time travel hasn't been an active part of level design since, damn, Sonic CD? Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're coming on 33 years since time travel was not only introduced to the Sonic franchise, but it's also been 33 years since we've seen this feature be actively implemented into levels. Okay, I know that was a lot of nonsensical rambling, but considering now more than ever that leaks are a prevalent factor in a Sonic game hype cycle, I feel like there's no better time to talk about the leaks we've seen so far, and once again, it all tracks back to time travel or dimension hopping. Now take these with a grain of salt, leaks are just that, leaks, until either disproven or undeniably true. But still, even with these quote-unquote leaks, time travel is still the consistent theme. I'm not a lore master, nor am I predictions guy, but I'm not stupid. We might be getting a game with time travel elements. Big keyword might though. I'm not going to comment on this quote-unquote leak from Sonic 4 as like, this isn't a leak if we're being honest. This leak just kind of feels like inferring based off of concept art that we've got available. Not to discredit the possibility of this being an actual leak, but this is borderline fork found in kitchen levels of obvious. But what's most interesting to me is that these leaks and their obsession with not only a remaster of Unleashed, but a new mainline game under the title, Sonic Eclipse. Now once again, leaks are leaks, but still, looking between 3 quote-unquote separate leaks, it seems that there could be a potential degree of validity to this. Sonic Eclipse is described as the next open-world Sonic title, with both Sonic and Shadow being the main characters. Rather than taking place across multiple islands like Frontiers though, Eclipse takes place in one large hub world, divided into separate areas or islands. Surprisingly though, Boost is being canned for this title. It's funny that this is the first major red flag set off to me because Sonic Team loves their Boost gameplay, but seeing how it's mitigated might mean that they're cooking. Rather than boosting, Sonic and Shadow now use rolling and spin dashing, and along with this drastic change comes a new burst mechanic. By traveling at and maintaining top speed, Sonic and Shadow will gain an afterimage effect, granting them greater strength and more effective special moves. But it gets interesting seeing that all 3 of these leaks refer to a Sonic CD-esque time travel mechanic, where overworld items, when used, will grant the ability to hop timelines or dimensions, which sounds absolutely amazing. Of course, anyone can make a 4chan account, create some fake rumors, or just copy someone else's homework with different wording and post it as fact, but 5 years ago we got rumors for Sonic Rangers, now Sonic Frontiers, that almost all ended up being true. So I guess just approach these from a safe distance. But damn dude, if this is all not regurgitated garbage and has a hint of potential credibility, Sonic Team might be cooking. A new open world Sonic title that's adventure-esque, not Adventure 3, with tied-in time travel mechanics would heal the world. I'm gonna keep my thoughts reserved as I do not want to disappoint myself, but please Sonic Team, I need this. But of course, we know nothing until something gets announced or teased, whether intentional or accidental. Second, Sonic Team are usually quite reserved with their projects, keeping them under wraps until just the right time to drop info like this right on our heads. Of course, there have been a few slip-ups, notably the web domain for Sonic X Shadow Generations being purchased or active, I believe, 2 weeks before its official unveiling, or hell, putting Knights on the Crossroads box when Knights wasn't even confirmed to be coming at that point. But hopefully, Sonic Team implements what they've learned from maintaining Sonic through the 2020s to make whatever the hell they're making awesome. It's hard to say what we do and don't know, as all we've gotten is a celebration video acknowledging Sonic's 35th anniversary, but seeing not only specific characters that have been relatively under the radar get new merch, but also get name dropped by an actual member of Sonic Team, leads me to believe that Sonic Team might have something much bigger than what currently meets the eye in store for us. Dimension hopping and time travel are no new themes to Sonic, but just seeing how much they've been leaning into it not only with the movies, but the games as well, gives me hope that our next title will not only do this theme justice, but also give characters like Mephiles and Infinite another shot at being the villains they truly can be. I know speculation or leak videos aren't within my usual ballpark, but I'm so damn excited for this 35th anniversary that even if I'm just reaching for straws, it's nice to finally have a platform to give my 2 cents on moments like these. I'm sure we're due to get literally anything announced at this point, but in the case that I never stop running my mouth until then, and you're interested in videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe, as I'm sure this is far from the last time we'll be talking about Sonic's 35th anniversary. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll get silver playable in a not mainline title.